What's up, everybody? Adam Ronis from Fantasy Alarm here with your Week 7 Yahoo DFS plays. 6 teams are on bye this week, but there's still plenty of games to make some money. We started off at quarterback, going to go with Matthew Stafford. He's $31. He's playing extremely well, gets a great matchup against a bad Detroit Lions defense. And oh yes, if you like narratives, it's his former team, so the revenge game is in play. He's the 7th highest priced quarterback on the slate. And the Rams have been producing big plays offensively, and the Lions defense has allowed a lot of them 27 plays of 20 yards or more this year. They've allowed 12 passing touchdowns. Big favorites here. Rams favored by 15.5 points. But we saw last week in a game that the Rams were in control. They won 38-11 against the Giants. Stafford still produced 251 passing yards and 4 passing touchdowns. So even with that large line, if it is a blowout, Stafford could still produce big numbers. At running back, gonna stick with another Ram, DARRELL Henderson. He's $27. A lot of the top running backs are not playing on this slate. Henderson's been excellent, though, this year. He has at least 14.1 Yahoo points in every game this year, at least 16 touches in every single game. He scored at least 1 touchdown in 4 of the 5 games this year, and the Lions have allowed the most fantasy points to running backs. They really haven't split the workload. They've been giving Henderson the full-time job, so we can roll with Henderson in a game where the Rams have an implied total of around 32, 33 points. At wide receiver, gonna save some money here. We can play some of the elite guys, but you don't need me to tell you that. So let's go with A.J. Brown at $24. It was scary last week. That first half, he didn't have a reception, but a big second half on Monday night against the Bills. 7 catches for 91 yards on 9 targets. There was also a little miscommunication about his snap count. He basically said he will not be able to play every snap until week 10, and as we saw last week, he was on the field a lot. Julio Jones dealing with a little bit of a hamstring injury. He might play, but either way, we know where the ball is going in this passing offense. Huge game potential, a shootout here with the Chiefs. The total is 57, and the Chiefs have been awful defensively. They're 31st in DVOA against the pass, so A.J. Brown is in a good spot. Tight end, we'll go with Mark Andrews. He's $20. He's been playing very well. Now, if you look at the Bengals' numbers against tight ends, they're really good, but they didn't really face a top tight end until last week. That was T.J. Hockenson, and he had 8 catches for 74 yards on 11 targets. Andrews is one of the primary targets for Lamar Jackson. He has at least 13.4 Yahoo points in 3 of the last 4 games, 34 targets over the last 4 games, and at least 67 yards in the last 4 games. And for our value play, we'll go with JAYLEN. WADDLE, the Miami wide receiver, is $16, but we've seen with Tua at quarterback, WADDLE gets a lot of targets. 2 full games this year with Tua. WADDLE has 18 targets, 14 receptions, 131 yards, and 3 touchdowns. We saw last week in London with Tua back. WADDLE had a big game, 10 receptions, 70 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And the Falcons are 30th in DVOA against the pass this season. Those are your Yahoo DFS plays for Week 7. I'm Adam Ronis from Fantasy Alarm. Go get that money.